The movie begins with the teacher Ling Ling asking the kids how to spell dragon.
But because Buddy draws a dragon instead, he gets in trouble.
Oh yeah, I hate Ling Ling, her class so stupid.
So our main character is Din and finds out his classmate Lena did the same thing.
So they both illiterate.
And when the kids go home, Din's parents don't show up because his dad left for the wonton and his mom
Too busy making noodles. Your mama don't like you, heh.
So Lena stands up for Din, and after deciding to go home together, they become best of friends, playing tag while the ladies do the Tai Chi or adopting the chicken to let it grow into the Korean fried chicken. Now, this film takes place in Shanghai, so it's cool to see their upbringing of what life was like for them growing up there. And despite promising they'll be best friends forever, Lena's dad does well in his business, so he climbs up the social hierarchy, so Lena leaves Din and his ghetto ass. You can't be with peasants anymore. Goodbye, little hobo.
Kimchi.
Stop talking to them ghetto kids. So Din is separated with his bestie, and as the years go by in the city of Shanghai, Din is now the
Minimum wage worker.
skipping school to make a few dollars, so he's a smart student that makes dumb life decisions. But during a food delivery, he encounters a homeless looking old man that offers a teapot for the food instead of money, and cause Din felt bad cause he looks poor, he gives the old man his food free of charge and takes the teapot. And turns out Din was working minimum wage not to invest that money but to spend it on a suit on a girl who probably forgot all about him. And yes, my face is in this video. I know. Oh, the disgusting Asian. We don't want to see that face. Look, I get it, but I tried uploading the video without it, and I promise you, I did not want to put my face in, but YouTube said, hey, we can't make you upload it unless you put your face in, so here it is.
Get the hell out.
Damn, even the employee's calling his ass broke. So Din goes to a shop called
No money.
buying the cheapest suit he can find, and we're introduced to his mom.
You gay.
Who's the stereotypical Asian mom that's controlling, aggressive, and only cares about his
Studies. Such a good boy.
But when his friend snitches that he's been skipping class, we see the
Asian mother crash out and beat his ass. You must be doctor. Such a bad boy.
And Din's mom literally says, what could possibly be more important than studying? Yeah, the moms do be like that. And when Buddy goes to his room, bro's so poor, he doesn't even have a door.
Oh, he poverty.
Now, I'm genuinely curious. In Shanghai, are the rooms kind of like that where people are so poor that they don't have doors but actually have curtains instead? And while some bum-ass thugs try looking for a teapot, because that's what bums do, Din sneaks out to chat with his childhood crush Lena in the most pathetic way possible. This grown-ass man Din looks at a billboard photo of Lena and starts talking to her. Yes, a billboard photo of her. That might be the most parasocial thing I've ever seen. Man, you a grown-ass man talking to some billboard image of the girl you had a crush on? Oh, this is depressing. Then the suit he bought rips apart because it's $2.50. And the billboard changes to an image of a life Din could only dream of.
Then the teapot unleashes a zesty-ass dragon that grants 3 wishes. It's basically the Chinese Aladdin.
You get these nuts? So the thugs find Din, confronts him,
But he run away lah.
then he unintentionally uses a wish on knowing how to fight, which is sad to watch because he didn't even wish to be the best fighter ever, so that Baldy can still beat his ass. Like if he had used the wish to become the best fighter ever, then at least he could become a pro fighter and make a good living out of it, but just being able to learn how to fight seems like a waste of a wish. So Din escapes, but using his suit, the thugs will find out his whereabouts.
And then the next morning, study or die.
And when his mom goes to work, the wish dragon does this whole, what's this phone thingy? What's a TV? Back in my time, you could buy slaves and 100 wives. So the dragon's name is Long, and after stealing some cash to get a taxi, they head to Lena's place. And for a dragon that's been stuck in a teapot for thousands of years, he's pretty damn impatient.
Oh yeah?
So he goes, man, fuck this, and just takes Din to Lena's crib. Now how the hell would Din even know her new address throughout all these years when the last time they spoke he was like 9 or something? And for Din's second wish, this dumbass wishes to be fake rich for 24 hours, believing that if he just looks the part, Lena will fall for him despite being poor. So let's go through Din's wishes so far. His first one, to know how to fight. Anyone can do that by learning martial arts for a couple of years, so that's a waste of a wish. His second wish, to be fake rich for 24 hours. Anyone with a couple grand can pull that off, so essentially, he wasted 2 wishes on dumb shit. And when Lena and Din finally meet, she don't even recognize his dumbass.
Who's that weirdo in blue? Oh, get wrecked.
And when Long can't hold on to his human form, he gets approached by the Asian MILF.
Hey, daddy. So your name is Long? What else is Long? Oh, she wants his spring roll.
And while Long goes and washes himself and drinks the doo-doo water, Din sees Lena crying because her dad didn't show up to her birthday party. You good?
I got daddy issues.
Well, I can be a daddy. Ni hao, fine shit. And after spending some time together, they click instantly. And just when Din was about to tell her who he is, she gets a phone call from her dad, and the dad becomes curious of Din and sees him as her suitor because he thinks Din is rich. Is your family rich? Very rich. And Din lies to impress the dad and says his name is Dan. And Lena's dad arranges a date for them tomorrow because he loves money. You wanna date me?
Yes.
And when he heads back home, Hey, yo, why does the dragon look like a sperm cell when it's flying? Then he warns Din, telling him Lena won't want him when she finds out he's poor, but he's like, Lena doesn't care about money. Oh yeah? Well then
Why did you lie?
when someone says, I don't care about money, just know that they do care to a certain extent, alright? They're kind of lying. Saying, I don't care about money is the equivalent of someone saying, I don't care what people think. It's a lie. You do care to a certain extent. For example, my mom, she always goes, oh, I don't care about money. Money doesn't matter. She says that all the time. But the moment my sister started to have interest in a guy, do you know what she says? Oh, what's his job? How much does he make? So, in general, as girls get older, they look at financial stability in a guy. So to an extent, money does matter. No matter how much you try and say, money doesn't matter. For Din to not know this, I can't tell if he's either very naive, just lacks dating experience, or he's just stupid. However, Lena's dad's business is on the verge of being bankrupt, as it turns out it was him that hired the thugs to find the teapot.
And back home, the Asian mother do the B+ crasher cause she think his son doing drugs. Something wrong.
Go to your room.
An Asian mom saying go to your room as punishment?
Interesting.
Something's not adding up. And then you later find out that the director of this film is actually white. So I'm like, that makes sense. Then his ghetto ass curtains fall, so he says,
I hate it here.
yeah, her getting all sad is inaccurate. What's meant to happen is she goes,
What you say?
and beat the shit out of him with a broomstick. The next day, the thugs find out where he lives and see some of the teapot's magic and realizes why Lena's dad wants it so badly. And when Din goes on a date with Lena, he finds out very quickly that she does care about money and social status. And Lena literally says, and I quote, it's so nice to meet someone from a respectable family that I can actually talk to. Now, this was essentially a compliment towards Din, saying that, hey, we're both from respectable families and it's just nice to meet someone who I can get along with. But Din instead took it as, damn, that means if I'm not from a respectable family, you wouldn't even be talking to me. Oh,
So money does matter.
so he panics and asks Long for advice, who tells him to act like a total dick. Come, let's sit at the rich table, cause we ain't brokies. Peasant, bring me my food.
Huh?
Did you know my dog owns a yacht? Piss off. Ugh. So Din starts acting rude to the waiters, which is confusing to me. So you really think, in your head, your logical thinking is, man, if I act really mean to the waiters, that girl right there that I'm interested in, she's gonna go, ooh, that's so attractive, like, I'm so horny. Really?
Dan. Huh? You're giving small dick energy.
And then the thugs show up, so Din puts Lena's life in danger by taking her with him cause
He the selfish. Oh, they the dragon phobic. And thanks to Long, they end up escaping.
while the thugs be like,
I'm Korean.
yo, how are they not dead? And after Lena and Din spend some good time together, the 24 hours are up, and Lena finds out
He the broke boy.
So Din confesses he's actually not rich and he's actually poor to a girl who clearly admitted to him that she cares about a guy that comes from a respectable family.
What could possibly go wrong? Why did you lie?
Because deep down he knows that without money or status, he'll continue to be invisible to her. But Lena then changes the subject and recognizes the old neighborhood she grew up in, and sees the Asian lady still doing the
Tai Chi. Hello? Who are you? I bring girl. Girl? You make girl pregnant instead of being doctor?
Hi.
Lena? Oh, my son the gold digger. I shall be his wingman.
So the mom tries her best to get Lena to like her son,
So they can marry rich la.
and as they all watch the sea drama, Din takes Lena outside to shoot his shot.
I cheated on your short ass. Aww.
And they continue to have some flirtatious moments, and the tension is clearly there.
Huh? There's a photo of me in your balcony?
Honestly, I gooned to that billboard photo of you. Wanna go on a real date? And boy, what Lena says next is pretty realistic. She just straight up looks at him and goes, a girl like me? A dude like you? You just too poor. Hell no, I ain't gonna be with someone like you. Let's be realistic. She actually uses the words, I'm just trying to be realistic. And this movie unintentionally makes a good point. If you're broke, you shouldn't be thinking about dating. This is just how it is. It's just how it is, all right? Everything costs money. Everything you do costs money. If you don't got money, you shouldn't be trying to date. Because if you do try, this is what's gonna happen. Especially if the girl you're talking to comes from a higher social class who's used to and accustomed to a certain social lifestyle.
She not used to the brokey lifestyle. You are poor.
I'm not even kidding. She says you don't meet my expectations. Even his own mother straight up tells him she didn't pick you because you were too poor.
You are brokey, Din.
So Din crashes out and makes his third wish, to become rich. Then Long decides to be a dick and tries to change his mind like, are you sure? Bruh, where was this are you sure shit when he made his first shitty wish? Then Long shows Din a flashback of his life, saying when he was human, he was the richest, most powerful lord in all of the land. That he would send his daughters to arrange marriages to become more rich, or send his sons to war to die so he can conquer more land for himself. And when he was on his deathbed with no one around him, and because he died lonely, he tells Din he shouldn't be rich. Wait, what? So he's pretty much saying, oh, I was rich and I died lonely, so you shouldn't be rich. Huh? You died lonely because you were a piece of shit. Maybe if you weren't such a dick, you'd have some family members around your deathbed. The same reason why you turned into a dragon in the first place, because you were a piece of shit. Oh, and newsflash, just because someone has money doesn't mean that they're automatically a bad person and they're gonna live miserably, alright? There's plenty of people who have a lot of money that live very happy lives and don't die lonely. And if this film is trying to make the point that family's more important than money, fine. Then let Din become rich so he can retire himself and his mom so they no longer have to spend time chasing money and can spend more time together as a family. Like, to say money doesn't matter because family's more important is such a bad take. Like, two things can be true. Money is important and family is more important, so why don't you get rich to retire your parents and yourself to spend more time together as a family instead of spending time in a 9-to-5 chasing money. And to anyone that says money can't buy you health, yes, it kinda can. If you have money, you can hire the best nutritionist, eat the most healthy diet from a private chef, and have a personal trainer that can make sure you have a healthy lifestyle, thus giving you a healthier and longer life. Whereas if you're dirt poor, your go-to food is gonna be instant noodles because it's cheap and tastes good, making you more prone to diseases like diabetes and high blood pressure. Also, if you get sick or get cancer, it costs money to cover medical bills. It costs money to get chemotherapy. Whereas if you're poor, you can't afford it. So if you have money, you can hire the best doctors, be at the best hospitals, and give a better chance of surviving a lot longer versus someone who can't even afford it. So if the film's message is to say money's bad or being rich is bad because you could die lonely, might be the stupidest take I've ever heard. Think about it. Why is Din's mom telling him to study? Because she hates him? No, so he can get a good job. Why? So he can make money. Why is Din's mom working so hard? To make money to cover the bills. There are so many families that spend their entire lives chasing money because they don't have it, or divorce because of lack of money, or fight and argue because of money. So instead of saying you shouldn't be rich because you could die lonely, how about instead you say something like, oh, because family is more important, you should make so much money that you could retire early and use that remainder of your time on things that matter more, which is family. Anyway, Lena's dad gets the description of the boy with the teapot, and after finding out Lena was at the same location as the dude he's looking for, he realizes Din has the teapot and goes after her. At the same time, Lena finds out her daddy's going bankrupt and that it was her dad that sent the thugs to catch Din. So thanks to Long making everything about him, Din's unable to use the third wish because that dragon yapped for too long.
Then the bold thug take the teapot from Din and start beating his ass.
So Lena's dad gets the teapot, Din gets kicked off a building, then Baldy kicks the dad off to use the teapot for himself. So this movie's logic is, if you jump off a building, you suffer 0 damage, but if you get kicked off a building, you die. Interesting.
すごい.
So Baldy's first wish is to have a golden hand that makes gold from whatever he touches, which is another shitty wish because what if your nose gets itchy and you use the wrong hand?
Then you are screwed.
And I'm actually shocked his first wish wasn't to have a full set of hair. What the helly?
Then Lena pour up thinking she in the C-drama. Zaddy, you're gonna die? How much do I get from your will?
Nothing. We are poor now. I should have signed up for life insurance.
Why couldn't you die when you're rich? You can't die now. Make more money.
And as the thugs get away, Din thinks he's in Grand Theft Auto and battles the Baldy for the teapot, and during the fight, one thug wishes for puppies while the other wishes he had longer legs.
Hello? I want longer legs. Short king. And even though didn't know the kung fu la, he get kicked in the face.
And in the end, it was the wish dragon that took Din's place and turns to gold. Then Din kills the Baldy by making him touch himself.
No diddy.
So the wish dragon sinks, Lena's dad dies, and Din is still poor and depressed. And when Long arrives at the gates of heaven again, this time he's allowed inside because he put the needs of another before himself. And although it was everything Long had wanted, he's like, oh hell no, I gotta go back. You can't do that.
You wrinkly bitch.
Then Long is told if he wants to go back, he needs to serve another 10 masters as a wish dragon again, which could take up to thousands and thousands of years. But Long comes back anyway because he's stupid and lets Din grant his third wish. And moving like a sperm, he brings Lena's dad back to life because that's what Din had wished for.
Daddy, now you can sign the life insurance. Oh, Din made the business decision.
And because he used all 3 wishes, the teapot disappears. And this scene was low-key sad. Because the dude that got longer legs, he's still short. Man, how you gonna wish for longer legs and you not even 6 feet? Could you imagine wishing to be taller? And you get taller and you still get called a short king? That's just depressing. And when Din comes back, his mama says this.
I'm sorry, we are poor.
Yep, this film was definitely not made by an Asian. You will never hear an Asian mom ever apologize to you, to your face, for their social status. Then Lena's dad shows up to give his thanks and apologies, knowing what Din did for him, and Lena is back in Din's life again. So this film pretty much proves, unless you got a magical dragon that can save a dad's life, If you are poor, that girl you like ain't gonna notice you. Let's be honest, do you even think Lena and Din would even be in the same room if the dad got the teapot before Din? Hell no! And after trying the mom's cooking, he's like, we can charge triple and make money from this shit. So the two families open a restaurant together, and it's funny how this film tries to teach us that money isn't important, just to end the film with the two families trying to make money. And after finding a similar looking teapot, Din reunites with Long again, and he gives him a hug.
Aww. 不好, why you not make me money? You know what? My son autistic.
And instead of giving the teapot to someone else telling them to wish to end world hunger, Buddy unintentionally gives it back to the one who gave it to him. Now, believe it or not, I actually enjoyed this film a lot and think it's pretty underrated considering I've never heard of this film until you guys in the comments brought it up. So although I like the story as a whole, I just disagree with the message that says you shouldn't be rich because you could die lonely. Because yes, money is not everything, but with enough money, we can freely use our time to spend it with what matters more, which is our family. But yeah, big thank you and shout out to you guys for telling me to cover this film in the comments. Like, I was pleasantly surprised by how good the overall story was. And to anyone who's watched the film, feel free to comment your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy KC. And yeah, till next time.